Who says I didn't? Who says I didn't? Sure about that? We should go see who's being hosted. Just saying, yeah, I'm hyped for Endgame too. I have to pee as much as I can tomorrow night. Hold on, I don't have this set up right. Where's the where's this doing? Where am I getting? What's my Unity? There it is. Encoding. Oh, that's not it. I'm gonna do the Atlas work now. There we go. Yeah, naked. So yeah, the Atlas stuff. That requires downloading a program and throwing all of my stuff into it. Just remember which tab I put that in. Let's see. Well, now's a good time as I need to clear up my tabs. By the way, I found a page called 10 Unity Audio Tips. I'm definitely going to be reading through that for making my stuff sound better. Like, I already know that I'm playing sound effects the wrong way. No. Going through all my tabs to find what I'm looking for. Well, that's about half my tabs cleared out. Okay, what's this? Oh, no. Okay, MGL. Go ahead. There it is. There it is. Texture Packer. Download Texture Packer. I'm using Unity. All right. See you later, Cappy. Unity. Unity. Ugh. Okay. Texture Packer on this drive. All right. Nobody right now. Nobody right now. It's just the plain pure one. Okay, Texture Packer GUI. Use free version. Welcome, Ryan, to the channel. I am indeed building stuff in Unity. Are you using a game engine? Yes, Unity. All right, drop your sprites or folders here. I may as well get this up on the screen. Come on. There we go. Let's see this thing in action. Oh, you weren't here for the sound effects. Does anybody have a clip from earlier? I know there's a couple of you out there who were here earlier. You should post the clip from what happened. I'm not gonna be able to watch that shit without laughing ever. That's certainly one phrase for it. Okay, let's see. Assets. Textures. Good. Okay, sprites. Okay, so you need. Okay, so you will take PSDs. So it'll change by type. I'll take all PSDs. Throw them in here. Oh, did I not put them in the right place? Here? Okay, no. There they are. There they are. Okay, this is missing some things. Let's see, we've got some PNGs as well. Okay, so we don't want this or this. We don't want that. We no longer need this. We don't need this. We'll take this one out. And we don't really need square. Please enable the trial version of Pro to use Space Exporter. What? What? I don't want to do that. Texture Packer Importer plugin. Yeah, the current song has a lot of weird beeps and boops. Nobody posted the clip. Do I have to find it myself? Yeah, post the clip from earlier today. Oh, you found the clip yourself. Oh, okay, good. Yes. No, you found it. It's okay. Oh, there you go. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. Oh, God. They want me to pay for this? I don't want to pay for this. Why should I pay for this? This is something Unity should be doing automatically. Wait a minute. Okay, Texture Packer Importer. To enable the import of the texture packer. Yeah, they were everything I wanted. It was pretty fantastic. That one too. 1-to-1. Fit. There we go. That's what I wanted. This is it? This is what? This is not good. This isn't packing shit. Texture size. Oh, okay. Increase maximum texture size. Max size. 492. Maximum texture width conflicts with power of 2. Oh, I meant 6. I meant 6. Oh. 6. Okay, that's closer. That's more packed over there for sure, but maximum texture size for mobile devices should not exceed 2048. Bigger textures might not be displayed on some devices. It might cause jittering sprites. Really? So you're saying these aren't going to get packed because they're too big. That's stupid. Well, I can always just resize them myself. Not that big of a deal. But then I still have to get... I still have to upgrade to Pro just to export. Really? Do I really have to do that? Publish sprite sheet. I think this is, yeah, max rect is what I want. Because then nothing's overlapping. Add sprites, remove sprites, smart folder, pivot points, preview, publish sprite sheet. Data file. Sprite sheet. Some advanced features called some sprites are colored red in the sprite sheet. List of advanced features you are using. Unity. Advanced algorithm. Trimming and cropping. No space left for the large ones. Ways to fix this. Increase texture size. I already did. Reduce number of sprites. Enable multipag. So like, what does that end up making? Okay, hold on. Let's grab the importer. Unity. Where's first of all, you gotta reconnect. This is annoying. Okay. Texture packer free. Texture packer importer. But what if I just... What does this do? With this tool, you can easily use this type of sprite sheets for drawing GUI. It's for GUI stuff. Use some extra texture from Atlas, mesh base. Right, animation. Let's try this. Whatever. 2D cowboy with shotgun? Huh? It was in my search results. Really? Oh, it was, wasn't it? Okay. It's me paying attention right there. 2D cowboy with shotgun. There's also Mega Splat. Whatever the fuck that is. Okay, well, I got the thing. Where is it? Packages. Package manager. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to use this at some point. Did I got the thing, right? Did I not hit import? Oh boy, that's way too much shit. I don't need an animation. I don't want art. I don't want tutorial. No tutorial. Helpers, templates, extended. Yeah, I don't know. Probably I want all that. Sure. Are you done breaking my Unity yet? There we are. Extensions. Texture Packer. Documentation. It opened up in Internet Explorer. That's fantastic. Alright. We'll pack textures for us. Assets available. Open Texture Packer. Okay, I just downloaded a thing in Unity, and I don't know what that means, Open Texture Packer. Like, this is inside of Unity now. What are you expecting of me? I'm not sure how using the Unity extension version of this matters, because they have links to the fucking thing that I already got. Big Texture Packer editor. Open Texture Packer, drag textures aside. Now let's configure our atlas. Operations. Blah 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 blah. No, this isn't. These are instructions for the separate executable. This is stupid. This software is stupid. What does this one look like? Yeah, this might be a little too old, unfortunately. Also, it's $7. Well, let's get the importer, because we'll need it anyway. And we'll try that against the free atlas we made. And if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna say shucks to this. Y'all can who all you like. This is more examples. No, I don't want examples. I'm filling up my goddamn asset list with bullshit. Come on. You know I don't want to do that. You should know better. Alright, read me. The importer script extends Unity editor. It automatically detects change in new added sprite sheets written by texture packer. It imports them as native sprite sheets, so the sprite feature is used in editor. In your texture packer project, you have to select the data format. Yeah, I know. So then, in that case, what? Well, you're gonna freeze my Unity, okay? Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Let's fucking freeze Unity. That's cool. That's awesome. Sweet. Wow, this really, really killed my Unity, huh? Like, actually killed it. There we go. Alright. So we'll go into here. We will import new asset. We will go and grab wherever I save that to. So publish sprite sheet again. Come on. Come on. Come on. Well, you can't see it, but this is taking forever. There it goes. Okay, scroll sprite sheet 1 of this sheet. And there it is. Okay, have the sprite sheet. Now what? Oh no, did I lose the tab? Where did the tab go? Okay, there it is. Right, I have to access it from code. So essentially, I have to go and... Oh gosh, I don't know how I'm supposed to use this importer. Is this it? Over here? Auto reference, validate. My constraints. Include editor platform. Don't exclude any. We'll try the editor, I guess. Any CPU, any OS. This isn't doing anything. Extends the editor. Alright, well what if... Oh god, it's all frozen again. What if I save this? If this extends the editor, maybe I have to refresh the editor. So just open up the same project again. Yeah, I did all that. Optimizing, no. Using sprites. Packer imported. The script extends Unity to read sprite sheet data created with the text packer. Now automatically create native Unity assets to use with the Unity editor. The code of the script only runs during development. It does not become part of your product or game. Import this package in the event. Yes. It comes with some demo assets for the demo. It's important that DL is located in a folder called editor. Well, it is. Right there. To ensure that it automatically loaded by the Unity editor, so it's not being automatically loaded. The texture pack importer checks for each texture file in the corresponding file exists. Well, that doesn't exist, I don't think. Let's go and check that out real quick. Assets, editor. Yeah, I didn't need that. So where is this publishing? Or does it just not publish the... textures? No. There it is. There they are. Okay, that wants to go into the editor. And I guess I wait. Yeah, was she trying to futz with this sprite packer? But I don't know exactly what I can do with it because they might want me to buy it in order to make it export the way I want to. Okay. So we have the sheet. And it has all the textures. I guess. Yeah. I think. Yeah, that looks right. So then, the fact that this now sees all of the different sprites, oh, it looks like it might have fucked up a bit, judging by the file I just opened. Yeah, it totally broke. Nice. So yeah, why would I pay for this if it breaks? Can't see this, so let me just show you real quick. So you've been staring at the freaking packer this whole time, right? But here's the thing. It did this. So like this single piece and this piece here, they're both fucked in the packer. So good job, guys. Your software totally works, and I should totally buy it. Texture films feel like images. Yeah, I know. Just try again, I guess. Automatically close dialogue on success. You can't see this, but I checked a box that said automatically close dialogue on success. And it succeeded, but it didn't close the dialogue. Oh, this is... You are using some advanced features which will cause some sprites to be colored red in the sprite sheet. So is this because I'm using light mode? List of advanced features. So because I'm doing this, they're purposely making the file end up looking like that. So that's how they get around the whole, hey, buy our shit bullshit. They just color some of your stuff red. But they... Oh my god. Guys. Oh my god. So, how do I... Okay. So the DRM for this product will change some of your sprites to look a weird red color, which you've seen in the previous image, right? Let me just bring that up real quick so you can see what I'm talking about here. So yeah, there's this, right? Okay, I'm gonna show y'all something cool. Yeah, this is a feature. These two red pieces, the weird red pattern, that's a feature. That's on purpose. That's the DRM for this product. You can't see it, but I'm face palming right now. Do you want to know why I'm face palming? Because when I republished this exact same sprite sheet, it made another one and it looks like this. Not that. Not that one. This one. Nope, not that one. Wow, OBS having issues tonight. This one, there we go. It looks like this. Yeah. Do you see what I see? Do you recognize what I'm recognizing here? Do you understand why I'm face palming right now? Yes, universe brain, exactly, Denny. No, no, Oshi, no, 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 I don't have to buy it, no. That's the joke here. I'm just gonna take the two images and merge them while cutting out the fucking shit, like oh, Jesus, this is so easy. It's Photoshop time, everybody. Here, maybe it'll help if I put it side by side. Maybe this'll... Oh, I already closed one of them. Oh, why are you showing my shit? Yo, not cool, Unity. Jeez. I mean, not Unity, OBS. Fuck, whatever. My brain is too busy being Galaxy to think straight. Alright, whatever. I'm not gonna show this. I don't care anymore. You shouldn't care either. I'm gonna remove this now. Let's bring up Photoshop. I need to put Photoshop on my fucking toolbar instead of forcing me to minimize everything just to get to the fucking shortcut. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. Crap. Alright. Fucked up my visualizer. Fuck it, I'm done. I'm hitting the fucking show desktop button. Alright. Moving Photoshop over here. Okay. So, what we'll do is copy this and then go in here and say new off the clipboard. Yes. Paste. I need to add Photoshop to my auto switcher. Yes. Add window. Yes. Yes, I played Forager. Did a bunch of that on stream. Automatic scene switcher. OPS. Ooh. I don't think this was gonna be smart about this at all. Doesn't know what the Photoshop type is gonna be. Oh well, so much for that, whatever. Here you go, Photoshop. Okay, so we got that one, and then we go in and grab, let's see here, this one. Alright, do a new, yes, and that one. There we go. So you can see that all I have to do is overlay one over the other. Is this showing up? This isn't showing up. Because it doesn't know any better. It's just gonna swap back out. OBS, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, OBS? Yep, swapped back out. Okay, I have to turn off my scene switcher for a minute. Okay. Yeah, it is an amazing game. It is very addicting. So yeah, here's our two images. All we have to do is just slap one on top of the other and then make the cutouts where we need to. So slap, and then this is so easy it kind of hurts. Oh, I feel almost bad doing that, but look guys, I just fucking hacked my fucking sprite sheet. I'm so sorry. I apologize to Texture Packer, but maybe you should figure out a better way to include DRM in your product. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to be able to do this. Maybe they're like, hey, if you're smart enough to do this, we'll let you do it. Hey Bittens, I'm working on making a sprite sheet for the game because by having a sprite sheet, I'll be able to do cooler things or optimize or I don't know, something. There's some reason for it, I can't remember. But the biggest thing is that when I apply this, like this sprite, like this funnel sprite, it'll cut out the alpha next to it. At least it's not Denuvo. Yeah. Too true. Alright, save as sprite sheet 1. I'm gonna go into here and name it. Let's see here. It's a PNG over here. Sprite sheet 1. Yes, okay. Sprite sheet 1. Okay. New sprites? I mean, they're not... I don't know what's... They're not new. Unless they haven't been around in like weeks? I don't know. God, the song is going left and right and left and right. Right, so it looks like the importer might use PNGs specifically. So let's go ahead and close these out. Let's export this as a PNG. Photoshop is saying, this is a little too large for that, but, well, get ready for your memory to die. But I have 32 gigs, I should be fine. Yeah, Oshi, that's why I'm like confused. No, the thing is that the dark sprites, those are just masks. So what that means is that I can do, you know, the color stuff. If you were around for all the color stuff I was doing, that's the mask in action. There's some reason, like the red sprites are there for just the solid color part, and then the weird colored ones are for the masking. So it's not like, you're not supposed to see those dark ones in the game, you see what their technicality does or something like that. I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. Okay, I forgot to actually make sure that the transparency was set here, so let me go in and magic eraser that away. I realize you can't even see what I'm doing. But it's... There we go. Just more Photoshoppery. I think that should be good enough for being done. So we'll save web, yes, continue. Wait for this to load. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't really expect anybody else to understand the whole masking thing because I barely understand it myself. Alright. Export sprite sheet 1 PNG in the editor, yes. Replace the old and stupid and busted. And then we wait. It adds graphics TM. Yes, basically.
Do it.
Autoplay, no good. Feature. I guess this is gonna take longer. It's gonna create a 12 megabyte PNG. Yeah, that seems alright. Okay, there we go. All done. So now we wait for Unity to catch up. And here we go, we have our sprite sheet. With every sprite looking normal. So now we have to go and script things to go inside the sprite sheet, I think. So let's see if the the tutorial has to say about that. You have to do a resource all out of the sprite sheet. Resource load all out of the sprite sheet. And that should do it. Okay, so then here's what we're gonna do to test this. We're gonna create an empty, add a new script and call it sprite sheet test. Inside of this. We want sprite sheet test. So at the very start, no, actually we have to do it up here. Sprites equals resources. If you place a sprite on a sprite sheet command loads, it cannot be loaded separately like resources load. One advantage of a sprite sheet is to improve speed by loading all sprites in a bunch instead of reading each file separately. So calling resources load all is the right way. It's a deficiency in the Unity API, returns an array, whatever, don't care. The problem is that they told me to put it in one place when really I should be putting it in the resources folder. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Resources pieces. No, hold on. Resources sprite sheet. Okay. So back in the code. Sprites resources load all sprite sheet 1, but it's in sprite sheet resources sprite sheet. Sprite sheet 1 dictionary sprites dict equals new dictionary. For each sprite in sprites. I wonder if this should be in here instead. Sprites dict sprite name sprite. They kind of forgot a semicolon in this. And then let's see. Let's make sprites dict public. So we'll cancel you out, make you public up here. And then going down here. Does that compile? Nah, of course not. Public dictionary sprites dict. They've just given me the incorrect fucking code on their own documentation. That's cool, guys. Thanks. Oh, god damn. What is this? What is this part? What happens down here? Oh. What? So all this shit that they added is now failing to compile. Because the fucking extension is stupid. Alright, cool, let's get rid of that. Your dumbass extension that I couldn't even get working. Alright. That was a nice waste of my time. Compile again. Good, now we're back to where we should be. Dictionary of string sprite? No. Alright, let's do this in the smarter way. In other words, pay attention to the code instead of just copy pasting. No, it's not that. I think the reason for those errors is because I deleted, or rather did not import the tutorial, and it was a bunch of tutorial references. So I was trying to save space, and they're just like, nah, our code won't work unless you have the tutorial. That's my guess anyway. I didn't want to start fucking debugging somebody else's code. Fuck that. Okay, so Unity object into sprite. So you think that sprite sheet is an object. Maybe you're right. I may be crazy. What is Unity doing? My god. Unity just re-imported the extension. Right. Well, of course it did, because I'm not doing this right. I'm not removing the package. Never mind, it's not a package. Fucking hell. This is where me and extensions just part ways. I hate extensions in Unity. Cool. How about I hit save now? Nope. Nope, it has to re-import everything first. For some reason. God damn it. Fucking Unity, come on. Save. And here it comes. Get ready for it. What if I hit play? Nope. Wait, what the fuck? Damn it. Fucking Chrome closed. Alright, well, let's see if I can reopen closed window. Heyo, glad I figured that one out. Jesus. Okay, good. I thought I lost all those tabs. Just having computer problems tonight, Jesus. Okay, thank you, Oshi. I appreciate that. I'm gonna do that now. Something's in use. Is it in here? We have to close out Visual Studio also. Try again, skip. What is it? What's being in use? None of this. It's all just folders. Man, fuck off, extensions. Alright, good. Good, that's dead. Let's reopen up Unity. No, it's all extensions. It's the thing that was imported was specifically put into a specific place, so I specifically deleted all of that because there's nothing of mine in there anyway. It's fine. It wasn't being used. Couldn't make it work. Oh, that's weird. My weather app on my phone now has a color for the temperature. And it's green. I don't know why. 53 degrees is apparently a green temperature. Alright, Unity, come on. Don't take forever.
Listener supported, commercial free internet radio. Groove Salad from Soma FM.
Green's my favorite color. Say that much. Compiler error. Yes, I know there's a compiler error. Ding, ding, ding. Where's the script when I need one? Here's one. Whoa, OBS doesn't know where that is. Come on. There you go. Oh, Jesus Christ, OBS. I have to like tell it where Visual Studio is again. Alright. Oh shit, I don't have any water. Thank you, Hydrate Bot, for reminding me I need to go get some water. Alright, let's get this compiling again, which is as simple as going into this stupid script and no, of course not. Okay. I just want to like disable a script. Wait, oh, I can do that. I just go into the game object with the script that isn't actually running? What? There it is, game object. I'm blind. This house is... Yeah. If you're not gonna run it, is that good? You can't. You don't care. You still want me to come and fix this. Fuck. Me. There, empty file. You okay with that at least? Alright, good. It's a night of anger. Alright, everything looks like it's working. Alright. I'm gonna get some water. Stare at this for a minute. Okay. Alright, so let's get a little smart and figure out what I'm supposed to be doing here. So, this is looking for sprites inside of a sprite sheet. So if we look at resources, sprite sheet. This is sheet, sprites in. Okay. So if we look at what's similar to that, we look at like a texture, we've got this sprite sheet inside. Okay. So if instead we look at this, we see it's a sprite mode, multiple. Oof, I don't know about mesh type. But we could go into the sprite editor. We can see that it automatically chopped up the sprites, so I don't need to do anything here, which is very nice. We can change some of these, right? Can I rename any of these? Like, the reason I can't is it because it's playing? No, I can't rename the sprites. That's... Like, okay, so basically I don't understand how this knows what everything's called, but I guess it's just the magic of sprite sheets. Oh, could I change the name here? I can. Oh, okay, so in the sprite editor I can actually go and click the sheet and be like, no, this is like a cage background. This is marble. And then I can just, yeah, name anything, whatever else I need to name it. So this is like Bliss G. And I just exit out, apply all of that, and then it'll rename in the list. Oh, you can't see any of that. God damn it! I wish OBS could see, like, if a window is like a child of another window. So the real question is the funnel. Is the funnel actually chopped correctly? So let's open up the sprite editor again, which again you can't see, and I'm sorry for that. It does, it chops it up correctly, which means now I can go, well, we'll see. Okay, we need to figure this out. So we have a dictionary which has a name for every sprite. This will be the sprites dictionary. We need to go through every sprite. Oh, okay, so we have an array of sprites. They will be loaded from the sprite sheet. Okay, what don't you like about this? Object. Oh, right, okay, so there was some casting that has to be done. So if we look at other resource calls in my project, you can see we put as game object at the end of this one. We did casting in this one. So we can do some combination of type of and cast. No. How did I do this? Let's go just copy one of those lines. Okay, this is inside of an instantiation. That's not what we want. We want to do this. Hey, Phoenix. I'm trying to add Let's put it this way. I'm trying to take copy-pasted code from a sprite sheet Atlas creation website that didn't quite know how Unity code works, and oh, that was the right one. Trying to make their code work because it doesn't the way their copy-pasted way shows. And this is just as a test. So, okay. So resources load all. This is right. This is right. So instead of just this, we add type of sprite. And we can do a cast sprite into array. And then I think the thing that's missing there is I actually used that links call, or whatever it's called, I can't remember. This was in load UI, yeah, this used link, system link, so it's got to do that. Throw that up here, compile this, and what's left? All right, so new dictionaries, that's not a smart way to do that, because it's actually string sprite. Okay, so now let's see. Can I use like a method? Sprites dict to add name and sprite. All right. Phoenix, the part that you missed, which is probably the coolest part about all of this, is that the DRM for the sprite packer is just that it'll take a couple of random sprites and garble their texture so that it's just this weird red texture. But every time you publish a new sprite sheet, even if it's the same sprite sheet multiple times, it will pick different sprites to garble, which means I only had to publish the same sheet twice and then put it in Photoshop, layer them on top of each other, and cut out the garbled part to make a full sprite sheet without paying for their shitty DRM. So feeling a little on top of the world for that. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, they gotta understand that that's a thing you can do, right? Like, they must just be like, well, if you do that, then fine, go ahead, you hacked our shit. Maybe you'll pay for our thing when you feel like it. And you know what? Maybe I will. But not now. Not yet. Yeah, I was face palming pretty hard. Okay, so we've got this dictionary, and so what we want to do next is test it. And so in order to test it, we're going to let's just have it happen every mouse click. Nope. Whoa, hey. Nope, nope, nope. Nah, I have to get the component, the sprite render component, which I don't actually have on this object yet, so I should do that. Sprite renderer. I've inspired you to work on your mobile game. Oh yeah, that one. The what was it that you were gonna? The Metal Gear Solid capture system game, right? That one? Is that it? Some kind of game where you capture opponents and use them to your advantage or something. Metal Gear Solid 5 bases, but you're a dragon and a gold horde. Yes. Have you ever played the game Horde? You know, ever since Metal Gear Solid 5 came out, I have wanted to put the implementation of capturing enemies to use them as a resource for yourself into like every game I've come across. And the airplane game I helped make, we almost got that in, but it just wasn't. I wasn't able to convince the head dude. And it might be in there someday, but convincing them to add RPG aspects to that game is just so difficult. I think it's just Horde without any. Horde game. Yeah, it's just Horde. It's like all caps. Horde with no E on the end, and it's on Steam. Just saying, when you describe what you described, that's the game that came to mind. It's just, it doesn't have the Metal Gear base part. That's all. So you could still be unique. You'd still be special. Okay, we need to get the sprite renderer. So get component sprite renderer. And then on there, we want to change the sprite to equal sprites. Oh, but it's a dict now. I don't really like that. Whatever. We'll just take sprite. Oh, this has to be fucking. Can I do this? Yeah, I can do that. Alright, let's see if this just works. Or if I just did something terrible. Well, I don't have the script running, so that's terrible. Click, click, click. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. But where is it? Set to 0, 0, 10. There we go. -1. Yeah, click, click. Alright, so I'm going to change this to 1. Click. 2, click. This is awesome. This is working how I want it to work. This is amazing. I love this. So, the trick now is to unfuck some of the fuckery in my game objects. Because they've been hard-coded to not use an atlas, and now that I'm going to be using an atlas, their collisions are all going to be wrong. At least for some of them, not all of them. Only a few of them, maybe just one of them. Hopefully just one of them. If I'm really lucky, please just one of them. Alright, let's look at our pieces. We're going to need... How am I going to do this? Like a good way of doing this, right? Is what new art? I don't know what new art you're talking about. Oh, the dark. I didn't even know that showed up. No. Don't, please do not be confused by the masks. The masks are used for special things. Okay. So here's an issue. Here's an issue I have. If I need a materials texture to come from a texture sheet like this, how am I supposed to deal with that? This is some shit right here that we're about to get into. Like, I have to actually set every single every single rendered game object in this game to have a script that checks a sprite sheet for its sprite, which means doing anything by the inspector in Unity is a bad idea now. Also, I just realized it downgraded the sprite sheet down to a 2048. Which, that's just fantastic, I guess. How do I do this? The material. I bet if I just look this up. Align the indices, which is a pain in the ass. Well, right. I don't want to have to do that. Okay, so Unity sprite sheet as material texture. Wow, this question is so beyond what I'm trying to do. Here we go. How can I use Atlas Sprite as texture for a material? Well, this is somewhat defeating the purpose of the Atlas. There are two ways to solve the issue. Make a material with just the one texture and set the UV tile settings to repeat. This is the cheapest and easiest. Create a mesh that is however many quad meshes that you need to make your tiling. What? My texture sheet has been sliced into this many squares. I need to use it as a texture material grass. That's how I did it. When I try to add a texture in the material editor, it only shows like this, not the spliced. Also add, I'm using Unity 2D. Is this the correct approach? I was going to just instantiate a hidden textures in the screen load, but I figured it'd be too much memory. This is somewhat defeating the purpose of the Atlas. So UV tile setting to repeat. UV tile setting is not in here. Make a material with just the one texture and set the UV tile setting to repeat. That's not... Oh... Wait a minute. So if I created a new material and I changed its shade... Yeah, there it is, UV set. Repeat's not an option here, though. I guess I can't even choose the fucking texture. Alright, well, I get the feeling that because I'm using a customized shader made by my friend, using an atlas is not going to be the thing that works. However, unless I have an idea. Because I remember him saying, oh, you can't do it in the inspector, but that doesn't mean I can't do it through code. So if instead I went and changed the material, let's call it multi-material, right? We change that to be the tube default, and then we say, all right, so game object has multi-material. I need to go fix this one. Hold on. Let me just go ahead and change that back to what it was before. What is this? The tube funnel blue. Right. Okay. Multi-materials there. This game object is going to use multi-material. Multi-material. All right, multi-material is going to have this by default. And the sprite ends up being what does the sprite end up being? Maybe just none. Something back to -1 and click 1. Oh fuck, that's why. There we go. Alright, okay. Let's make it that. Alright, so we have this. 6. Oof! Alright, well that's not good. I can see this line at the bottom, which means... Oh god, the fucking... Oh, Unity! Okay, well... I think the fact that Unity sized down the atlas means some awful terrible shit happened, but I might be able to fudge it. Okay, hold on, this is supposed to be white. No, highlight, that's white. Highlight, black. What am I fucking with here? Oh, sorry chat, I haven't looked in a while. Make a public collection of all the microclass with props. And sprite. And public list that you can edit in the inspector. Yeah. Why not just have a collection of classes you can edit in the inspector? That's kind of what I'm gonna go for. I think. Something like that. I just want to test some stuff out in my head first, because once I understand this in the way that I can understand it, then the better I'll be able to understand whatever the fuck you just asked me to do. No, just kidding. I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean. This is my version of testing it. This thing. I think this is the material. Okay, I need to go into sprite sheet and go into this and change pixels per unit and see if that helps. Oh shit, there it is, I just found it. While I wait for this to fucking spin my cursor around. This has to be 8192. I wonder if this will stay applied even though I'm in play mode. I have my doubts. Yeah, I can. And that might be what I end up doing if this line doesn't disappear. But for now I have to wait. Sit and wait. That's not what I want at all. I mean, now it's, you know, there's no more line, so that's good. But now it doesn't know what any of the textures are. Oh, wow, just because I resized it, huh? No, there must be something else I did. Oh god, everything is gonna take forever with this. I am starting to think maybe atlases aren't a necessary thing for my game. I mean, at least as long as my friend is building these textures to be 2,000 pixels squared. Have I ever shown you guys the original art for this game? I don't think I have. Let me just pull that out real quick so I can show you what I kind of expected to do originally. Just originally, right? Yeah. Here's the forbidden squiggles. Just bring that up here. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. This was a piece. This was one piece. I just wanted something pixely, you know? I don't know why this came out all anti-aliased and shit, but yeah, I just want a ball to go down here, go through the thing, and go down. That's it. It would have been so much easier to deal with. It looks like shit because it resized like shit, and also this wasn't ever gonna be like the final art or anything, but yeah, it wouldn't have artifacts on it. I don't know why it ends up looking like that. Something happened to this graphic, I don't know what. But yeah, it would have been a completely pixel-based graphic setting, and instead I got what you see. Because my artist wanted to be artsy. I mean, he's super impressive, don't get me wrong, but I can't edit what he has. I've just been complaining about this art all day, haven't I? I really need to stop. Yeah, I mean, I'm thankful it's not broken code, that's for sure. Oh no, don't stop looking at this. Alright. Bilinear, automatic. Well, it's sRGB, so I don't think that's right. Normal quality. Crunch compression. Let's just put this back down to what it was. I have an idea. I remember there being something else that would make this look better, so I'm just gonna de-size this and try the, what is it? Point filtering, I believe, was the problem. Oh. If I just go 4096, well, let's make this look normal again. How about that? Wait, what am I doing? Oh, right. Forgot what I was doing, sorry. Unit, mesh type. What did make this full rect? What does that do? Wow, it makes it process forever. Cool. I'm pretty good about that, zombie. Oh look, it disappeared and it didn't make the graphic all fucked. So, okay, we found a happy medium. Now watch all of it disappear, because I can't copy. So if I hit this, what's gonna happen? Is it gonna revert at all? It didn't. Good. Okay, let's go back. What was I testing? God, I can't even remember what the fuck I was doing. 6, click. -1. Okay. 7, click. Ugh, gross. What did it do? Okay, so the thing I was testing was if we go into the shader. No, the material. We want to find the material, which is multi-material, and try to set the texture of the material per object. So that goes back to here. Let's see, so we want to get the material. So, can we make the texture equate to the sprite? No, because sprite and texture are two different things. So we can't... We need a separate atlas that has them as textures instead of sprites? I don't think that's possible, right? Because the only reason that we can have a sprite sheet is because we tell Unity it is a sprite sheet. That's how you get the sprites editor to be able to chop everything up, thus a sprite atlas. But there's no such thing as a texture atlas. Is there? Phoenix, this is where you chime in and tell me I'm stupid. Oh, I have nothing wrong with pink. That's not what I'm complaining about. I'm not complaining about the pink. I'm complaining about the stupid weird shit right here. And here, which is all a factor of my friend's art. Phoenix, you missed a lot, Raggy. Um. Uh. Phoenix, I wanted to know, like, I understand what a sprite sheet is and a sprite atlas is. Is there such a thing as a texture atlas? Textures are different than sprites. I'm not sure sprite's part of a texture, whereas a texture is just one image. So then there's no such thing as a texture sheet, which just kind of makes me wonder, how much am I saving by using a sprite atlas when I still have to have everything separated as a texture so that the materials would work? Like, I don't understand the point. I'm still having to load everything individually when it's a texture. It doesn't feel like much of a difference if I'm just using those textures to build the sprites. Does that make sense? Like, literally, this is a texture, and when I make it into a sprite, I just reference the texture. Like, there are no literal sprites in this code until I add the sprite atlas. Now there's sprites. It's just... I know, I'm saying that despite having sprite renderers on all my game objects. So, I mean, these must be sprites, right? Like, hey, look at the sprite. Every texture, though, has a sprite. So, the texture type is sprite, even. No, I'm not doing 3D objects. Hold on a second. I'm fairly certain I just have to yell at my artist. I didn't get up to go yell at my artist friend. I just need to go turn the heat down. That has nothing to do with anything. Maybe this for a massive collection of sprites, 1,000 images. If you have 2 dozen, you don't really need. Okay, so I understand that. My artist friend was just insistent that if I wanted to optimize it, I should be using a sprite atlas. But if I'm going to be using a sprite atlas, you're not interrupting. No, I'm not sighing because you're interrupting. There's no such thing as interrupting in Twitch. Don't worry about it. I'm just trying to figure out how to articulate what I'm trying to say. So my friend made 2 different textures for every piece, right? He made... Oh, I need to write this down. This fucking song. I need to show people that this song is stealing. It's not the same song. Okay, it's this song. Save this to music. Alright. Anyways, what was I doing? So, okay, here's the deal. He made 2 textures for every piece. One of them gets used for the material of the piece. So that I can have, you know, pieces of any color possible, because I have the mask over the red base material. And then he wants me to use a sprite atlas, which means not using one of these textures, but still using the mask. I feel like this is over-engineering. I might just call this off as over-engineering. All right, let's look at the game object. Let's look at multi-material. Actually, I think that's the real thing, is that the fact that I'm trying to set multi-material to use a sprite atlas. It's not what I'm supposed to do. I need to have it set to be any of the things that the thing is trying to be. But the sizing is way off now. Yeah, I used to do that too, Phoenix. And then I got a professional, like actual professional artist to start making assets for me. What a terrible, terrible idea that was. Hard. All right. I'm gonna say making the atlas work is pointless for two reasons. One, the size of the atlas has to be so freaking large that it takes forever to do any kind of processing in case I need to change something about the atlas. And that is in part due to number two, my friend made the art assets too large to make atlases viable anyway. The texture packer even stated that on mobile, having textures larger than 2048 is a bad idea. So I think the optimization of using an atlas map can be removed. I will no longer use a sprite sheet. I'm going to simply delete this out of my brain. No, I'm just gonna move it off to the side. And by off to the side, I mean I'm deleting it. Which means I have to shut down, well, I don't really want to do all that. All right, let's get rid of this game object. Let's get rid of the script connected to the game object. I know how to do it. I'll do it in the future if I ever need to. Ah! No, go back to Unity. I was doing something, you piece of shit. Fucking Windows. Sometimes, man, scripts. Alright. Get rid of that. Well, the game works. That's all I can ask for. So hoods. Hoods. You asked, what is the scope? The scope is pretty limited, actually. You know, you see the balls go down the pieces and then you get the money, right? Shit, I need to put like an outline on this font. You get money, you spend the money, you buy more pieces, you upgrade the pieces give you more money, so on and so forth. You get better and better pieces with more and more money, you upgrade more and more, you get better upgrades. Every once in a while something will spawn on the screen and you'll go and try to get the balls to go towards the thing on the screen. You know, you'll only ever start out with one static ball dropper and you'll work from there, and then eventually you might be able to move it. I don't know yet exactly where I'm gonna go with the whole daily puzzle thing, but yeah, it's an idle incremental game. That's the end product. Hopefully that terrible explanation was good enough. Yeah, I'll never program an OS ever. Raggy. Are you still there? Yeah, here's what you missed earlier. Let me scroll up and here you go. This is important. Everybody needs to see this if you haven't yet. Okay. Well, I know how to do an atlas. Now I know not to do an atlas. So we can kill that. Atlas textures. Done. Because materials make that a bitch. Adult time calculations. Let's see if anybody ever... There. And there. Basically, save epoch when loading a file. Check current time minus saved epoch to get number of seconds elapsed since the file was saved. Send that into about 20 helper functions whose job is to cover just one menu feature. So I have one to do just augments, just generating energy, just time machine. Oh, okay, so every helper function for the different things that cared about how much time passed. And then they fire off in a sequence. All right. Hello, Vine Meat. Trying to be dry and not as phlegmy. What? Oh. God damn it. Okay. So next up in the code is idle stuff. So how are we gonna do this? We have manual saves right now. Gonna get rid of those.
This is Rusty from Some FM. I just wanted to say
Oh,
thank
hey,
you to
Rusty.
everybody who's supported Some FM in the past
Hi,
with your t-shirt purchases and your monthly payment plans. Those really help us out a lot.
save game.
So thank you again for supporting Some FM. We couldn't do this if it wasn't for you.
Groove salad, a nicely chilled plate of ambient beats and grooves.
So the save game is going to have epoch time added to the starter string. right, does that. Gold time to string. This will actually be current time. Let's get the first one. Total points. When we load, where do we do the total points load? Set total points becomes that. Okay, so then. You know what? I should add this to the end of the string instead of the start. I should start adding everything to the end instead of the start. So, really. Oh, but then again, maybe not. Because it's gonna go through everything and fuck, how do I do this? Okay, iter through the seconds of the save as long as the number of buttons. Grab saved button upgrade data, that's what that is. And then iterate through all known buttons and set upgrade points. Okay. And then what's after that? This is all just the rest of the pieces. So then yeah, this is just the rest of the data, which means if there's data that doesn't work, yeah. Shit. Alright. Well, at least I know this much is what needs editing. Okay, to do fix hard coded index points. Currently 2. Idle time counts with an int parse of this 0. Okay. Time counts int old epoch. Void means that Well, this specific location of void is, what does this function return? It's not going to return anything, so as such, you return it to the void. Nothing. That's what it means in this case. Not to be confused with null or dev null, which are also nothings. But are used in different ways. Also, welcome to the channel, Beastie. My activity feed is quiet. Too quiet. Yeah. Yes, vine meat. Oh god. I just got an email from my friend. Oh Jesus. Let's see if I can tell you this story really quick. I have 6 long lost audio tracks from Deadmau5, from back when he wasn't called Deadmau5, and these audio tracks, you can't find them. 2 of them were supposedly on a soundtrack for a comic book game. I don't know how to explain it. I can't find the game, so I don't know what the fuck the soundtrack's really for. Something related to a comic book. You can't find those 2 songs online. You can't find the soundtrack for this game comic thing online. I don't know. The other 4 tracks don't connect to anything. So like literally you can't find these 4 tracks online. I've put them through Shazam. I've gone to Deadmau5's Reddit and I gave them tiny little clips of these songs where they identified that 2 of them were from that soundtrack, but the other 4 they've never heard before. So in other words, I have at least 4 tracks of music that belong to Deadmau5 that aren't on the internet. They aren't anywhere. Like he's never put them out, right? Now normally he has like dated 2001 35 tracks that are known and are posted. So this would bring the track count up to 41. And so I didn't know what to do with the tracks. I didn't know if I should just post them online or if I should like try to get Deadmau5's approval, or like I don't want to be sued by his record company. Like I don't know what to do. So I have a friend who is a lawyer, a music lawyer, who has herself made music in the past. I'm like, look, here's the whole situation. What do you think I should do? Everybody on the Reddit wants me to just like post it. I kind of want to use it to my advantage in some way, but you know, not taking advantage of Deadmau5 himself, just I have this stuff. I'm the only person on the internet who has this stuff. As far as I know, nobody else posted to the thread said, oh, I have that music. Like it's literally just me who has this. What do? I asked her. So I get an email back. Finally catching up on emails. I have no idea. Sorry. And that's it. She doesn't know what I should do with this music. Like, absolutely no answer to, can I get sued for it? No answer to, like, do I need his permission? No answer to, is it so old it doesn't matter anymore? Like, this music is 18 years old. Am I past any kind of limit? I don't know. Yeah, I could say it's my music, right? I did. I tried to ask him directly, and he hasn't responded to me. I don't know if he responds to Reddit questions. And I was going to ask him on Twitch, but then he went and said a bad word on Twitch because he's a total idiot. And now he's not on Twitch anymore. Seriously, how do you fucking let that shitty vocabulary into your fucking stream? Dumbass. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna use it for I'm really not gonna use it for myself. And the fact that his 35 tracks from 2001 are posted under like some other random person's account on YouTube, I don't think they monetize it. So none of them have gotten stricken down. So I could. I can give you a little taste. I'll give you a taste. How about that? I'm not gonna play the whole of any track, but I'll give you guys a taste. None of it's like, the other thing is, this is 2001 Deadmau5, right? Like, he's still experimenting back then. He doesn't know what he's doing, but he does, I think. This is music that I liked. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, these are the. Which ones are they? This, that. Okay. So first you have 2 tracks that are on, apparently, the OST for some comic game. And that would be this one, which is actually my favorite track out of the 6. We'll just skip to... Nah. I'm sure he's on band, but he hasn't streamed since March 15th. Like, he just hasn't streamed in 2 months. So this was a song that played on his a website that he helped design called Zeo Freestyle. And this is what I would just have play over it the whole time. Because he had like his own little track list inside of the site. It was like a Flash-only website, so you can't go back and find it anymore. What was the other one? Well, I can't remember what the other one was, but we'll just listen to the 5 other songs. This is called My Mistake, which... technically, he had a song called Final Mistake, which sounds like this. But in the tracks that I have, it's actually called Last Mistake. So eventually he published it as Final Mistake, which is just like a way of saying like, oh, this song was a mistake, or I came across something in the song as a mistake, right? So this is a song you can go and look up. But before that, he had My Mistake, which I think might have been called Second Mistake. I don't know, but well, you can hear how it sounds like. It's the same note progression. But he's like doing something completely different with it. So he ended up never actually publishing this song, but instead turned it into something else and called it Final Mistake. But this is like sort of a chiller, groovier version of it, right? And then it eventually goes off into some other place. But yeah, this is like so early 2000s electronica. Alright, then there's one called Lax Departure, which, you know, LAX. It's like a airport. Let's see here. Yeah. It gets a little repetitive, but it's still like it hits a good vibe. Yeah, hearing old electronica can do that. Here's something called The Second Difference, which I think this might have been the other track that was on that comic game or whatever. Let's see here. Oh wow, this one actually gets really bassy. Is this right? This might not actually be one of the exclusives. One of these is not exclusive. I think it's this one. Looking at these 6. Yeah, I have 7 listed here by accident. This one I think is already published. Okay, so of those 35 2001 tracks, one of them is called Mental Image. That track is not the same as this track, which is called Mental Image. Like, you can totally see the Fruity Loops in action here. And then eventually, like, all culminates with a bunch of other stuff and starts. Yeah, I love Fruity Loop Crust as well. I'm totally into it. Alright, Shades of White. I think maybe this was the one that was already published? Can't remember. This one's like really long. This is like 2 minutes in. Took like 2 minutes just to get to this part of the song. And I think it picks up a little bit here. No. Yeah, it's C sharp. Also, welcome to the stream. Sorry, we're in a bit of a break right now where I'm playing some songs that have never been heard before. At least in the past decade, probably. Oh yeah, see, now it's like, has a breakdown, right? And then it's like you're in Hackers. I'm getting into this one. Yeah, breakbeats are all what? What is it called now? Dubstep. Alright, and then last is Second Paradox. Let's see here. More of a video gamey. I know, right? It probably is Almond's Break. I mean, he uses it better than most. Like, you really gotta pay attention to hear it. If it is it. I don't know. So yeah. That's just a little bit of the unreleased music that nobody's heard in who knows how long needs to be posted on the internet, and I'm gonna be the one to do it. I guess, because fucking even a music lawyer doesn't know what I'm supposed to do with this stuff. I'll let you guys know, I guess, when I post it all. I was supposed to do it almost a month ago now, and I never did. Probably pissing off some people, at least people in his Reddit. Young Deadmau5. Welcome to the stream, Lava Troll. Thank you for the follow. Post the music and charge for it. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. You know what I was? Send the checks to his agent. I was thinking what I might do is post on their Reddit and say, I'm going to live stream on Twitch the 6 tracks that you cannot find on the internet that were made by Deadmau5. And then basically embarrass myself by having a bunch of Deadmau5 Reddit people come into the stream. Oh, wait, what? Did somebody say the magic words? Mousetrap. We heard you were posting unauthorized music from Sir Mouse's songs. Yeah, right. What am I working on? What am I making? I'm making a game. Array sound effects for resource loading. Oh. Right. No, I'm doing idle time calculations. All right, back into the code. Idle time calcs. We've got the old epoch. That's what happens when we load in. What we want to do when we save is do current epoch. Okay, epoch current time. So we'll have epoch current time. Private int epoch current time. Private int epoch old time. So whenever there's a save, I'm going to get the epoch time, unity epoch time. I know I'm spelling it without a C. I don't care. API time. Time. All right. That sucks. All right, system, date, time, epic start. I guess do it on the save bar, maybe? Right there. Yeah, epic start is new, and then it does all the shit. Int current time, which is actually going to be epoch current time, equals that. What does compile think? Compile is fine with this. Thank you, com. Alright, so epoch current time has been declared elsewhere. Epoch current time to string. Good. So on save, it gets current time, puts it to the string. On load, idle time calcs, old epoch. So we need to grab it again. That, and we say epoch current time minus epoch idle time equals that. Alright, so there's no old epoch time, it's just idle time. Then, right, we had an average point. That's what we need to use. Okay, so we'll grab that also in here. Int average idle. Alright, so where do we have the average going right now? Is that in here? Yeah, it's in here. No, average timer, average text, average points. Average points. Good, okay, we are getting average points. So we take average points. I'll be right with you, chat. Just in a mode, thanks to this music. That's set. This is get. Where did I put my save? Where did I put my save? There we are. Okay. All data plus equals average points to string. All data plus equals. We change all of our get numbers up 1 because I'm a bad coder to 1. Oh, this is actually going to be where is it? Right there. Yeah. 0 and 1. Okay, change. These are 3s, and this has to be 3. And out, which comes after. Okay, time, average. And then get back to here. We got old and average, so then average. We want to do average idle times idle time. And then we say total points. Oh. I have to wait until we load total points to do this. Plus equals average idle times idle time. that's it. I think that's it. Set total points. Okay, this has to happen after set total points. And then it will work. Okay. I don't know how well this will work, but it'll be fun to see. I guess we have to say goodbye to our old save, because it's going to be hard testing this with giant numbers. Alright, good. I ignored chat and chat didn't say anything. Yes, Deadmau5 is still on Reddit. He just wasn't responding to the private messages I was sending him. Okay, so here's what we do. First we get an average. So $5 average, $9 average. Let's make it something nice and easy. 13. And then we kind of have to wait a bit and wait for it to go down and up and basically be able to fluctuate it. I think. Wait, is that gonna work? No. Well, whatever. Save. Alright, so we just saved, right? When we load, we should get $33 plus 13 times the number of seconds that have passed since I paused this game. Which is gonna be some large number at this point. Like, it's already been 10 seconds, so it'd be 130. Like, this should be over 150 when I hit load. Load. It changed the average. It added to the average. It didn't add to the total points. Okay. So, idle time counts. Total points plus equals average idle times idle time, but instead it just changed what average was. That's not correct. What if I stopped playing and then hit play and then loaded? So it loads 33 and then this keeps going up. No. That's not right. That's what debugging is for. Idle time is 0. Well, that's not right. Oh wait, no, that gets equated later. Epoch time, epoch current time, old epoch. Okay, that is decently correct, I believe. Yes, yes, it is. Total points is 33. Oh, is it the plus equals? It's doing some other shit because of that. So idle time is now 97. So you take 97 times average idle, which is 13, but then it set total points to not actually be right. Because I then hit this and oh, wait a minute. Total points equated. Oh, I see what's wrong. Unfortunately, this doesn't fix the weird fact of the average point number being. Oh no, because it's taking the current point and okay. This might have inadvertently done something for me that's really good. But maybe it's inadvertently broken everything. I don't know yet, but I know at least what's wrong with this code, which is that I need to actually do a set total points call. Because, well, it was just not updating the number in the text. Right, so on average, I did just earn that much. But unfortunately, then if I save and then wait and then load, look, now I'm basically multiplying. Yeah, okay, it broke everything. It didn't do anything nice for me. Okay, so in other words, when I do a load, I need to not be calculating the average. I need to reset the averages. So the averages, unfortunately, are a push-in bullshit thing here. I have to clear past scores, which I think I can just do. So this is actually not really a big deal. Past scores dot clear. Does clear work across the entire thing? It's not telling me what clear does. I'm gonna assume it's gonna do the right thing. Let's compile this, hit play. Nobody has asked me that. You are correct. Alright, if I load this... Alright, good, it doesn't count it. Let's make sure we actually clear that list correctly. 8, 12, load, goes back to 0. And we're good. Alright, cool. Wow! That was quick. Idle time calculations. Adios, you're done. Change the SFX to play in one shot. Yeah, alright, let's do that. Even though it's all one shot, and then I have to do array bullshit. Alright, at least that'll remind me when I turn that back on. Feels just a reminder. God, I'm really finding less and less to do. I'm missing something. What was I missing? What was I about to do? In my brain I said, hey, don't forget to do this thing, and then I just... Oh, right. I have to go and fix the ball spawner to not start the countdown at... 3. Change that to 1. I took 2. Thoughts on apple juice? Is it half priced? Oh god. I think I set the wrong numbers. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I've just figured out some other stuff I need to do. Unfortunately, it's all design stuff, which I can't really do on stream. Well, I can at least do this. Let's see. Add upgrade for ball spawner. Which is essentially the ball spawner has a couple different variables that I want to mess with, which is how much time between each ball spawning and how many total balls per spawner are allowed on the field, which is max balls right there. Yeah. I really, really like this fucking effect that I did. Okay, it's getting really into my own game here. Well, now that we have the average stuff working, maybe you want to change the negative thing. Let me go just real quick change this so that it's not broken forever. Ooh, I need to find the average calculations. Where was I doing that? I thought it was right up here. Is it not? Oh yeah, there it is. No more negative average points. Yeah, Phoenix, it turned out the issue was that they were both on the wrong z-axis. They had to both be at 10. I think they can both, maybe they can both be at 9? I think they can both be at something as long as it's positive. No, they can't both be at 9. Can they both be at 11? No, they have to both be at 10. Oh, actually maybe 11 does work and I'm just not paying attention. Yeah. Anyways, it was that. It was the z-axis. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Speaking of, I can set this back to 1000. I think we're good on this. Whoop. No. Yeah, there we go. No? Shit. There we go. All right. Nice and predictable. Make that a new save. Okay. What am I doing? Add upgrade for ball spawner. Oh, yeah. So... Huh. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3. It goes from right to left. But then the outsides beat the inside. Then the inside catches up. Man, physics are weird. Pat, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the channel. You like that background texture? You know, no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. I'm letting my artist know how the sprite and this thing went. So enjoy the keyboard ASMR. Hey Jen Lee, how are you doing? Whole lot of planning going on, thus all the typing, sorry. Okay, enough planning. I believe that is enough planning. Well, shit, guys. Look at those physics being unpredictable. Fucking loop pieces. What should I do next? I was gonna make an upgrade for the P spawns, but for the ball spawn. But I kind of just don't feel like it. I'm placing a new spawner. Okay, so first let me just stop you right there. Placing new spawners is not going to be a thing that happens very often. I mean, the original spawner, the one that you have, is actually going to just be stuck in place.
This is Groove Salad with Big Earl supplying the tunes and you supplying the vibe.
For most of the start of the game. It's going to be something that, like, you have to prestige to do. Having the balls fall at different times, the thing about that is that every upgrade is going to increase the rate of balls coming out. Now, I might be able to let the player slow it down, but there's going to be very little reason to do that because you'll get fewer points if you slow it down. Notifications. Shit. Oh, I'm really just hitting the part that I really don't want to deal with at all. The last 10%, guys. It's the last 10%. APIs. Mid-air ball-to-ball collisions. I don't know what you're talking about. So, like, if you mean something... if you mean something along the lines of, say... Let's see if I can get this to work right here. Actually, let's turn off the snap and let's just do 2 of these. No. There we go. Okay. So like these 2 balls hitting each other. You want to make that like possible? Because it's possible. It's not hard. I mean, you're pretty much able to do anything with the balls after they're spawned. just by not having the snap on, because you can just move stuff however. And since the physics are pretty predictable, you know, these pieces are going to be the cheapest. They'll have no upgrades, but they don't give you any points, so they're purely just for like moving stuff around. Oh right, it notices that piece that shouldn't be there. You can ignore that. Like, yeah, you can just mess with this as a physics toy all you want. Or a sandbox feature. Yeah, there's going to be a sandbox version of the game. I just don't know yet how I'm gonna do it. Because I don't want to just basically say, hey, if you pay me, you remove all of the video game elements of the game. But at the same time, I have a friend who's like, oh yeah, my kids would love this. Don't have any of the gameplay stuff in it. I'm like, god damn it. But I want people to want to play it. But I don't know. See, even this is fun. Just doing this bullshit is fun. It doesn't get you any points, but it's fun. $10 points just for that. Well, then again, that's with an upgrade. Whatever. You make each one result in a different note, like the background music. Each what? Because did you miss it, Phoenix? Did you miss the thing that happened earlier? Were you not here for the audio fuckery? You did see. Yeah, that's what that was. That was random notes. Yeah, you saw the clip. Like, Skelly, he was at the time chatting about how to make it musical, how to do that properly. And he has some basically like music theory shit explaining how to use math to have a single note put into the game and then use the pitch changing to get it to be different notes. And so I want to use that. I want to do what he is suggesting. But I need him around to give me the math because he understands it, whereas I do not. This is so fucking mesmerizing right now, god damn. Oh, guys. No. I did something stupid. I did something really stupid. And you know what that was? The average. I took the 60-second average and I multiplied that per second. So I did the math wrong on the idle. I need to fix that. That was stupid. Okay. I stopped the music just to make myself feel dumber. I need to find calculation. All right, here it is. So what you do is you don't take idle time. You take, or wait, no, average idle. You take average idle. So over, if you said over 60 seconds, it would be idle time divided by 60, yeah. So this is the number of minutes that have passed, and you want to times the average per minute over the minutes. All right, cool. Glad I figured that out right now. Air travel time gets you extra points. For achievements, I'm gonna have that. I'm not going to do it for the normal game, because the thing is I still want to encourage just building a massive tower. I don't want to say that in order to get more and better point values, you're going to have to make your ball jump around and shit. Again, the trampoline is not going to be in the final game. It's just a stand-in for the ramp, because there will have to be a ramp. Phoenix, you know what I want to do? You know what I want to do right now, actually, is I want to get your freaking collider shader thing working, whatever the fuck that was. Because I never got it working. Oh god. What is this music? What needs more memes? The game? Now where did I put that? Was it a shader? What was it that you gave me? I can't even remember. I don't know where I put it. I don't know if it's still in the project. It might not be. Slide bones, These particle panel. Game footing. Edge collider renderer. It was an edge collider renderer. Okay, so alright, Phoenix, help me out here. Edge collider render. And I have a game object with the edge collider renderer on it. What do I do next? Alright, so it needs a line renderer. We'll give it that. And it needs an edge collider, so we'll give it that. Right? So now if I hit play, oh, there's nothing, right? Mind, maybe it has to be at -10. Let me just throw a sprite just so I can see it. Yeah, because this is not, there we go. Add 2 points somewhat far away. Okay, I don't know what you mean by that. Add 2 points. What is in Unity terms? Under line render. Okay, so under line render. We add 2 points. Where are we adding those 2 points? Is it in positions? Like here? Oh, like this? No, no. I would rather you type it. Can't drag this, can I? And width is gonna be this graph, alright. So I would have to programmatically set, oh wait, is that? Yeah, there we go, okay. So the line, the edge collider is just following this line render. Is that right? Is that all that's doing? So basically I could have these numbers set up via script to match where 2 other pieces were and just use that to set it up. Alright, that's pretty cool. Let's see how well that works. Oh. Unfortunately, it has to have a z-axis I can actually see. So that has to be... Oh shit, what just... You know what? Fuck saying it. Let's just see if the balls notice it. Yeah, nice. And then I move it around and it disappears because of where the camera is, but that's not a big deal. Huh, okay. I could think of some ways to utilize this. Oh, is it like... Is it the blur that's making it disappear? I bet you it's the blur that's making... No? That's blur. Okay. I don't know what's making it disappear. But, you know, whatever. Hmm. I don't know. That's weird. I move my camera and it disappears, so... Oops. Hmm. It's kind of fun watching the shit in the inspector like change as you do stuff. Whatever. At least I figured that out. No, under the line under materials, I swear I saw it a second ago. What, really? What? Huh? Saw what? If I go into line render and then materials, and I open up materials. Yeah. Then what? Like, guess I could just do sprite. Oh, sprite default doesn't work. Oh, well, that's something. Okay. Maybe just default material. How about that? Maybe that'll do it. Oh, no, I found that. It's just the fact that it disappears as soon as I move the camera. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, why does it do that? I mean, it shouldn't be a layer thing because the sprite's right there. Could be the render priority, but I increase that, it doesn't do anything. Decrease doesn't do anything. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's disappearing. But I bet if you go into the scene and un-2D it. Yeah, it's on the other side, that's why. The vertices are flipped. Of course, I should have known. Well, I don't know if that's gonna... Yeah, that doesn't actually help anything. It's being drawn incorrectly, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know how to flip it. Oh, maybe it's... Oh, is it this? No, that's not it. Like, maybe we just scale it in reverse, maybe? Nah, it didn't really do anything. Where'd it go? Okay. Billboard rendering. Cast shadows, receive shadows, dynamic camera. Texture mode, tile? No. Stretch, sorting, no. Alignment, no. Transform Z, no. Okay, lighting data, no. Order, light probes, production pumps, no. Alignment, view. No, I already did that. Your textured part is on the wrong side. Well, yes, it is. But it's in a 2D game, you don't decide which side it's on. Maybe that, no, that doesn't do it. Well, that's not even, this isn't even a thing. We don't need that. That was confusing. Why is there two edge? Oh, I guess I didn't need to implement my own because you just add it in the script, so never mind that. Do I even need the line renderer then? Like, is it... Oh, it made its own... Wait a minute. Oh, great, because I did it while it was in play mode. Okay, sprite renderer, remove. Does it even need the line renderer? Like, does it just make it at the start? No, I still need to make a line renderer. Okay. This is just for fun. Check this square minimum material with unlit texture. That's not... I don't think that's the issue. But I'll take it. And try it. Okay. That's just a screenshot is what that is. Alright. Hey, look, we got multi-material. Let's just go ahead and use that. Oh wait, that's from the tube. We don't want that. We want unlit texture. Unlit texture. Alright, that's what we'll do. Default checker. Square. Oh. Well, if I can get white to work, yeah, it's okay. We'll just try it with multi-material. Again, just for funsies. Multi-material. Yeah, it still doesn't show up. What if we changed this? And then played. No, it's not even there. Oh, right, I have to do like a... Okay, now we hit play. Now we hit play? Now we hit play. You know what? I think, I have an idea. Yeah. Yeah, huh. I don't know. I'll come back to that. It was just for funsies anyway. Yeah, well, your machine doesn't have my entire game on it, so it's obviously something else on my game that's causing that to happen. I just don't know what yet. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Mildly curious of something. Yeah, that doesn't actually do anything. I have so much fun going into scene and undoing the 2D. Okay. Now I'm done. Now I'm actually done fucking around with that. That's fun. I might have it so that like you can build one piece. Well, I don't know. I don't feel... Stretch goal. Okay, I'm starting to get tired. I think I'm good. I think I've done enough for today. Tomorrow, I'll do more tomorrow. All right. That's it. I'm good. We're good. You're good. It's time to say goodnight. Thank you all for hanging out for the 3 hours. However many of you were sticking around that long, however many of you were in the previous stream, however many of you were hoping for marbles. Thank you for showing up. Thank you to the new people. Thank you to whoever is a subscriber. I really, really, really appreciate you thinking that I deserve any kind of monetary value out of this fucking stream, whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyways, yeah, Raggy. Mostly your money, Raggy. Thank you for your money. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go watch the last episode of the Orville. So, with that said, thank you and good night.